AFN television is the only American station available here in Holland, making it a very popular station. As Tech Sergeant Frank Krebs reports, it also makes it impossible to please everyone. But AFN never stops trying.
Television changes are based on audience needs and desires by what the replacement programs are and the use of surveys. If a police show is replaced by another police show, there's almost no effect on the TV schedule. But if it's replaced by 2 half-hour sitcoms, then the schedule may have to be juggled to make everything work out. One way to understand what the audience wants to see is through letters and phone calls.
Radio and television are very personal things to people. They come into their homes and they get used to it, and when we make a change, it affects their lives sometimes. So we want to make sure that that we take the input that we get into account, but we also try to balance it against scientific surveys that we have done to make sure that that we aren't overreacting to 2 or 3 letters.
Perhaps the biggest and most notable change has been in the weekend primetime television. Live weekend sports air between 6:30 and 10:30 in the evening here, which is the time most viewers watch television. Last fall, AFN went to all live sports, but that meant that primetime every weekend was lost to sports, creating a problem for those who are not sports fans. The alternative was to choose which games to air and which ones wouldn't be seen. That wasn't an option Colonel Fowler felt comfortable with.
We felt that we needed to look, because of the popularity of the sports and the makeup of the audience, at what we were going to do in terms of how we were going to spread this around. So the decision was made, and I made that decision, to delay for 2 or maybe 3 hours in the early evening those sporting events.
Next week, a look at the radio changes and AFN's role in Desert Storm. I'm Air Force Sergeant Frank Krebs, AFN News.
That's it for tonight's Community Newsroom. I'm Erin Beth Sherman. Have a good evening.